Hi everyone, welcome back to Funky Monkey Tarot. This is Anissa, and today we're going to be doing another pick a pile reading where I'm going to be doing this based on the question of what your divine powers are, and help you kind of gear your focus towards what that might be for you in particular. This is a general reading, just a reminder, and yeah, let's get right into it. So we have 3 piles right here. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Pile 1, we have this sphere of selenite. This is really good for clearing energy and just making sure that you're really good and protected and cleansed. For pile 2, we have this piece of, I believe this is clear quartz. I forgot what clear quartz is good for, but it's good. And for pile 3, we have tiger's eye, and those are our piles. For today, I'm going to be using the Spirit Song Tarot. These are those cards right here. And in addition to them, I'm going to be using these Buddhism tarot cards. They offer pieces of advice. And yeah, so if you want to go see which cards I'm using in particular, in case you like them, they're going to be listed in the description down below, along with their Amazon links, in case you want to purchase them directly. Okay, so pile 1, this is your reading. Okay, pile 1, you chose the selenite, and this is, like I said before, it's good for not only cleansing yourself, but cleansing all of your other crystals, if you do have a lot of crystals, and it's very powerful in its use if you like have it in like a wand kind of shape, like you know how they have like the cylindrical kind of like stones, that kind of thing. I think you know what I mean. But here, let's see what you got. So you got the shaman, divine wisdom and spiritual power, and the animal here is an eagle. And just like immediately as I saw this card, I just got like a sense of like powerful intuition. Like you might have a lot of untapped potential in you right now. Like you're the kind of person who has those eagle eyes, you know, like your third eye is just like super on top of it. Like you're very intuitive, and you know when someone's lying to you. You're the kind of person who always had like that gut feeling, but that wasn't your gut feeling, that was your third eye. That was your divine power like showing itself just a little bit. I also, this area right here, this, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little crown on top of the head of the eagle, and to me that kind of gives significance that you might be a little bit older, and you might be just getting into this type of thing now, or you might have been doing this for a long time, but whatever it is, you're very powerful and you're very headstrong. You might be kind of tall, you might have a sharp nose, kind of like beak nose, almost like a pointy nose. Shaman is like very, there's a lot of significance in the shaman, and shamans are known for being leaders. They're known for being people who guide others to harness, I want to say harness, to harness their own divine power. And I feel like you may not know this about yourself yet, but like you would kind of like deep down, like what I'm saying is kind of clicking a little bit for you, which is like perfectly fine if you already knew. But like I said before, this is always good for like confirmation. But yeah, divine wisdom and spiritual power, yeah, for sure. Just like this card in general, it's just a very powerful card. It's a very it gives this almost aura of, I want to say royalty almost. Like you might be someone who's used to having position power. You might be you might be the type of person who's very used to leading others, and because of that you might be the kind of person people find bossy, or like very almost overbearing in a sense, because you know that you're right, and you know that your gut feeling is going to lead you down the right path, and therefore you're going to lead others down the right path. But yeah, let's go ahead and maybe see what else might be a little bit helpful to you. And to, oh wow, let's get one card please. Oh, that wanted to pop up right away. So we have the Hanged Man. I would say that because you're very headstrong, you're also lacking perspective for other people. I would say that you're in your head a bit, and because of that, sometimes when it comes to certain situations with yourself, it's you kind of have tunnel vision, if that makes sense. Like, you might need to experiment a little bit more with broadening your horizons and how you look at things and how you think. I would say that that's really important, because when you have your intuition, it's really easy to just become super focused on one thing. Like, you're looking at this entire plane of, like, let's say you're looking at a meadow, right? And I feel like you're the type of person who just focuses on one single flower in that meadow, but you need to start, like, looking at everything in that meadow. Look at the grass, look at the dirt, look at the sky, you know, everything that's surrounding it. And I feel like if you don't, there's a very high possibility that you start to stumble, you start to lose yourself. And obviously no one wants to be lost. Everyone wants to have that sense of purpose. So for the Buddhism deck, let's see, give me some advice for this person and how to direct themselves. Let's see. There you go. Pure mindfulness. I'm going to read these. This is the purity card. It says number 11. 1. Maybe you might be seeing some ones. There's this double 1, or ones or twos might be kind of significant to you right now. I would always say to, like, look out for numbers, because it's kind of like your guardian angels kind of giving you signs. But this says, with mindfulness comes the awareness that what has happened in the past is only memory, and what is going to happen in the future is but a form of fantasy. Be still and open to the most precious moments that life presents to you. All the opportunities and blessings to be found are unfolding for you in the now. So like I said before, this is kind of like really hitting it on the nail, which is always nice, that you need to be mindful of everything that you're being surrounded with. I would also say maybe to be a little bit cautious around others that you're around, maybe other people who you know might have divine talents, or possibly even family. Yeah, definitely. So also, I would say that because you kind of have that strong feeling at times about certain people, always go with your gut, but at the same time, try to stay open a little bit, because, like I said before, that tunnel vision can sometimes make you miss sight of, like, something else that might be coming your way. Like, you're so focused on one thing, but you're gonna miss this other thing that's gonna come at you, and that's important. No one wants to miss an opportunity, you know. But yeah, pile 1, this was your reading. I know it was really short, but I think your intuition, something to help with your intuition is, like, maybe get some selenite for yourself, definitely. Selenite for your selenite. Get some selenite for yourself, definitely. I've had this for maybe a few months, and it's honestly really nice. It's really nice to keep amongst your other crystals, because it kind of acts as a catalyst for ensuring that everything else is cleared of energy. So it's good to always, like, if you're stressed or you just want, like, a reset, kind of good to, like, kind of roll it in your palms and, you know, just ground yourself with it. But yeah, anything else I would say, maybe meditate a little bit more. Try and, like, make sure you're grounding yourself, because I feel like with intuition, it's always a little bit easy to sort of, like I said before, lose yourself a little bit in your mind. So yeah, don't be afraid to look at others' perspectives. Be patient with any type of answers. You might be an air sign or a fire sign. I definitely get the feeling that you're in your head a lot and that you overthink things a lot. And because you have such strong feelings about certain things, you're always in your mind a lot. But yeah, like I said before, pile 1, this concludes your reading. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope this was insightful in some way, shape, or form. Please don't forget to leave a like if this resonated for you at any point. Also leave a comment down below if you have any ideas for any type of videos that you might want to see next. And don't be shy, please subscribe. I'll be reading all the comments, and yeah, goodbye. Okay, pile 2, this is your reading. So you chose the quartz, the clear quartz, and it's a very rocky shape. It's kind of misshapen almost. And I would say that a reason you might have clicked on this video is that you're really lost and you really want answers and you want to see what might fit for you, or you're kind of in that spot where you're like, oh, I want to know what I should look into. I want to know what I need to focus on more. So because of that, I would definitely recommend you get I would definitely recommend you get clear quartz. Oh my god. Yeah, definitely you might need some of that to calm down a little bit. It just flew out right in my hands. Okay, so this is your card. We have the 8 of acorns. Right off the bat, definitely you strike me as a fire sign, the kind of person who's like, wow, I want to see what's new for me. I want to go know what's happening, what's going on. And yeah, definitely a lot of energy that I'm getting. You might be an empath. You might be the type of person who's very sensitive to how everyone else is feeling, and you're very attuned to others. Because of that, there's also a possibility that you might have healing abilities, which is always great. 8 of acorns, 8 of wands. Yeah, you might be kind of tall, you might be kind of skinny. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. I'm just going off based what I see here as this first initial card. Yeah, you're definitely like a get up and go type of person, and even if you're not, I feel like you want to be that type of person. That's the kind of person you want to be, and certainly there's nothing wrong with that. Being a healer and being an empath, there's a lot already that I think you should focus on a little bit, but just to be sure, I'm going to go ahead and pick another card. Just one card. Another Queen of Acorns and 9 of Shells. So yeah, like I said, you could be a fire sign. You might be the fire signs, I feel like, are very good with people, and they're very good at reading themselves. Well, not reading themselves, reading the room, reading people. And yeah, you're very creative. You might be very passionate. You might also need help working on your on showing your gratitude. So we have this 9 of Shells here. This is definitely interesting. I don't think you're a water sign. If you are a water sign, then good for you. But I definitely think that you have a lot of fire in your chart. If you aren't like a sun fire sign. So fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And I definitely feel like these 2 cards are the things that you need to help almost focus on a little bit more. Like you need to sort of maybe fix yourself. Well, not fix yourself. How do I word this? This is like, you need to maintain a sense of self. Like you need to, I definitely recommend that you ground yourself a lot more with like meditation or like guided meditations on YouTube and things like that, because honestly this energy I'm getting from this pile is just like my mind's everywhere, my mouth is everywhere, I'm stuttering a lot, I'm talking fast, you know. I mean, I usually talk fast, but this is faster than I normally talk anyways. Like I'm gasping for breath just to try and get my thoughts out. But yeah, definitely slow yourself down a little bit more, and don't be shy to try and just ground yourself, you know. That's very, very important. And I said this for the last pile, that there's a lot sometimes that you need to kind of get your head out of, because I feel like you're this penguin. You're this penguin looking in this one direction, and there's all this happening around it. Look at it. There's like shells at its feet. There's there's, what are these? What is this? Some sort of leaf looking thing. Anyways, and there's all of this happening around, but it's looking up, and all of this is on the ground. So definitely ground yourself more. Maybe I would recommend trying Reiki. It's spelled Reiki. Look it up on YouTube. Maybe look into it, do some research on it. It's very powerful, and it's very enlightening, and it's very uplifting for you as an empath and as someone who works with energy, because this is like direct energy that you have and that you definitely exude. But yeah, so I'm gonna take one of the Buddhism cards, and I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle and see if you can get some advice. Oh, that popped up right away. Okay. You're a very to the point person. I like this. Attachment is the desire of suffering. Attachment arises when we want something different from what we are experiencing right here, right now. This ever-increasing list of unfulfilled desires causes us to experience discontentment and disconnects us from living simply in the pure joy of the present moment. Yeah, I can definitely see where this comes in the Truth card. The Truth card, you might be a Sagittarius. This is like I said before, you're very much the person who's like, I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to go everywhere, I'm all over the place, you know? You might be kind of messy, you might be very clumsy, and I feel like something important that you need to do is, this is just kind of confirming to me how important grounding yourself is. Here, I'll let you look at the full card. That'd be nice, right? Just helping you look at, you might, how do I want to say this? This is you wanting subconsciously to ground yourself. You want to be in the moment, and you're focused so much on the future, and you're focused so much on everything else that's happening around you. You don't have the time, or you don't feel like it's necessary to be here in the now, to slow down and to just take in the energy that you're experiencing then and there. And this is possibly like making you a bit anxious. I feel like a lot of anxiety could possibly stem from this, and that's why I feel like meditation and crystals are so important, because they help us ground ourselves to here and the now. Just like taking a deep breath in and taking a deep breath out, or exhaling, is just in and of itself so powerful that we don't even realize. And I definitely feel like this is something that helps you a lot. Would help you a lot. Yeah, let's say it a third time, why not? Okay, pile 2. This was your reading. I really hope you enjoyed. It was kind of short again. I do like to keep them short and simple, because I mean, you're not trying to be here all day, am I right? Yeah, you definitely gave me a lot of different energy here, and I really appreciate that. I was honestly feeling like really like before this reading, and you just like gave me so much energy from this alone. I think I picked up on it a little bit, but wow. That was really nice. I was like ready to bounce all over the place. You might be a little bit younger, on the younger side, if that's the case as well. I always feel like younger people too, like inadvertently, where we don't realize that we were affected by other people's energy so much, and that's just really important to realize, especially when it like protect yourself, you know, pick up some clear quartz. And honestly, I just like holding it. It gives like a very relaxing feeling when I hold it, so definitely pick up some of that. Again, meditation. I'm literally recommending meditation for everyone, because I feel like a lot of people need it. Or you might not be doing it enough. I know I certainly don't, but definitely do it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Thank you, and maybe leave a comment down below if you want to see anything else. You have any suggestions? I do read the comments. Please subscribe if you haven't already, or you enjoyed this video, and leave a like. And yeah, I hope to see you again. Goodbye. Okay, pile 3, you chose the tiger's eye. Isn't this cute? It's so pretty. Okay, so this is a very smooth stone. This is a very relaxing stone. This is something very different than from last reading. Last reading was very bing bang bong, you know. This definitely gives me the feeling of ease, and I feel like you're probably a person who likes to work with people, or like you work with cards possibly. Like you give me a very suave, very smooth card like person. Like you're like, pick a card, any card, you know. Like you're the person that everyone wants to be in the movies when you like, you know, do the deck, do your magic card, you know. Show me your funny cards, magic man. That's the kind of vibe I get. And like immediately I'm like, this is like whiplash. I'm getting whiplash from this energy shift. But yeah, so let's see what you got. You got the wheel, the change of possibilities, and this is an octopus right here. Yeah, you definitely, this is almost like reminiscent of this stone right here. Like the octopus and the stone are almost colored exactly the same, which is really interesting. And one thing immediately about this is that I get you're a very intelligent person. You definitely strike me as someone who is like the can-do man. Like you're the person who does everything. You're multi-talented. You have multiple divine powers and multiple divine paths. And I feel like change is something that you experience very frequently. It's something that you're a person who fate kind of keeps on their toes, but like you got this, like you're like, whatever, something new, let's go. Like you get a new curveball every month and you're like, oh, something new again, let's master this. I feel like you're definitely the master of everything. This is the wheel. I'm getting earth vibes because I feel like earth vibes are very mellow, and there's a possibility you might be a Capricorn. I kind of want to like shoot for Capricorn because that's very much the vibe I get from just like this shift alone. So I think this is a little bit too vague, but I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get a few, oh wow, get a few more cards to see what else might be part of your divine powers, because definitely for sure you're very talented. You have a plethora of talents. So here we have the 7 of shells, 9 of acorns, and Queen of feathers. So there's a lot of energy here. You might have a lot of different types of energy in your birth chart. Maybe definitely go check it out. You can always look up like natal chart or anything like that, find out what your moon sign is. I definitely recommend Astrology Cafe. That's really good for like finding your birth chart because they really, really break it down. But on with the reading. So we have the Queen of Feathers. And feathers in this tarot deck specifically means swords. And you're very perceptive. You're very observant. You might be like an introvert who intimidates people with your aura. Like you're the kind of person who's like chilling in the corner and just watching everything happening. And I certainly get that vibe from this card. You might be a very low-key dresser, like the kind of person who doesn't really want to be seen. I'm kind of getting that vibe from you. You're very perceptive, and because of that perceptiveness, I feel like your judgment when it comes to people is very on the mark. Like you know how people are when you watch them move, you watch them talk. You're a watcher. That's the kind of person that you are when it comes to the social situations, I would say. Here we have the 9 of acorns or 9 of wands. This is for fire signs usually, but I'm getting a lot of like earth vibes, almost like, because this is a very, oh wow, okay. This is a very, yeah, I get the feeling that you're very, very intimidating. Sorry, I can't finish my thought. there's a lot of power behind you. Like, you're very powerful. Like I said before, you're the master of like several different talents and powers, and that's kind of hot. I'm kidding. You know what I mean. But definitely, there's like a lot. You exude this regal air about you that's like, oh, don't touch me. Like, I'm super bad. You know, you can't touch me, and you know, we love that. We love that energy. Please keep it up. And here we have the Seven of Shells. So you're like this, like I said before, you're like this juggling person who's got so many talents. This is Seven of Cups. So essentially, there's a lot of building here. Like, you've been building this like belt, like this toolbox of power for so long. I feel like you might be on the older side, or you might even be my age, I want to say. Like, you've been in the game for a while. Like, you know what you're doing. You won't let anyone tell you nothing. And if this isn't you now, it certainly will be in the future, because I don't see how anyone could not be like this. Like, this is like such a, I feel like this is such a specific set of cards that just go so well together. But okay, so what else can I get from this? I feel like this is kind of still too vague, but I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get a more specific type of divine power that you might want to focus on. Pile 3, dedication, progress. So dedication. This is the 8 of Crystals, or 8 of Pentacles, and definitely, because you have all of these things going on, you're like very much the can-do man. I feel like you're also, in addition to that, you might be someone who picks up things and then immediately drops them once you've seen all you've needed to see. Like, oh, I learned a lot about Reiki. Okay, I'm done with that. Okay, I learned how to read tarot cards. Okay, fine, whatever. I learned how to work with magic, or like candles and stuff. Yeah, whatever. What else is new? I learned how to work with crystals, and I have a ton of crystals now. Yeah, okay, that lasted for like, what, a week? Like, I definitely feel like you're someone who picks things up and immediately puts them down when you find something else new. Like, you kind of like just like are on it. Like, you find all these different things that you're juggling, and you're just pinching for more. Like, you're like a sponge and you need to pick up everything. But my advice to you would be that when it comes to this, you need to dedicate yourself to more. Like, you can't just be half in and then be half out, you know. You need to fully like overwhelm yourself with as much information as you can when it comes to a specific thing. And it could be anything, you know, something new, or it could be something that you've already seen in the past, that you've had experience with in the past. And you just need to devote more time to it, I would say. So if you do read cards, and reading cards is one of your divine talents that you know you're perfect at, like you're great at, I would say to maybe experiment with more cards, oracle cards possibly. I find that oracle cards just kind of hit different when it comes to regular tarot cards, and even then, like, there are lots of variations of tarot cards that kind of bring a new challenge when it comes to your interpretation of them. Like, I'll give an example. So with these cards, I really love these cards a lot more than I would prefer any like Rider-Waite tarot, or even like the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot that I used in my first video. That just like, there are just certain cards that you click with, and there are certain cards that, you know, you're like, I like them, and I kind of don't. And I would say that you should devote more time. You should expose yourself more to what's out there, more resources out there, because there's new stuff happening every day. You know, energy is changing every day, and with that, different resources come out of that. People make and create different things every single day. So on top of this, I'm going to give some more advice, because I'm obnoxious like that, I guess, with advice today, for this pile anyways. But let's see. Oh, I got lost a little bit in there. Compassion, as it rises up to meet the suffering and pain of all living things, releases that within yourself and others, and makes creating mutual happiness possible. Cultivation card. Yeah, definitely. Like, cultivating all of your talents, you have to start somewhere. And definitely, maybe I would say to start with your intuition. So maybe like, I don't know, do something like really silly or short, like something short paced. And like it can be something as simple as like texting your friend and being like, hey, what are you thinking about right now? And like trying to reach out to that person, trying to reach out to their energy and grab a hold of that, and to sort of feel what they're feeling first, you know. I think that's a good place to start for you. Just like trying to hone more of that psychic ability. And definitely, you know, you might be female. I'm getting a bit of like a feminine rigidity, is that a word? Rigidity here. And I feel like you need to kind of blossom a little bit more with all your talents. Like you're very like tough. You kind of give this like intimidating presence that is a little hard to shake. And I feel like another thing for you would be to maybe just like let go a little bit. You might be a little bit wee bit uptight, you know. And I would say that this is important, like cultivating and focusing on one thing for you right now is just what's gonna help you let go a little bit. Like you're not gonna want to be so drawn to everything else. And while that's great, you know, we love like learning new things and researching and exposing yourself to all these different things, it's important to kind of slow down a little bit and definitely become the master and eventually the teacher of certain things. I feel like you're on your way to becoming a teacher, and I kind of get the feeling that you might be a little bit older than me or possibly my age. I feel like you definitely have time. Like even if you are older, on the older side, you definitely have time. There's always time to you know, to cultivate, to harvest, and make sure that you're ready for what else new is going to be coming your way. But yeah, pile 3, this was your reading. I really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you might want to see more, and leave a comment for any suggestions down below. I will be reading all the comments, and honestly it makes my day when I read comments. So yeah, thank you so much. Goodbye.